Global News. Global News Sports.
The Jazz and Blues.
Woo-wee. Let's get into it. This week, the games played this week, and we're going to zero in on the Pac-12 and the Big 12. And we're looking at the members that have joined the Big 12, the 4 corner schools, and then we're looking at the 4 coming into the Big 12 this year, along with the remaining 8. And boy, oh boy. First up, TCU and Colorado. That was a good game played on both ends. Well coached on both ends. It could have went either way, but I saw the endurance. I saw the toughness. I saw the determination on Colorado. They wanted it more. They had a point to prove. And from that point moving forward, okay, this was their first game season opener, playing against the defending national contenders and TCU. It's showing you that they got spunk, Colorado. And as I mentioned before, like, they used to win in the Big 12 anyway. So they coming from the Pac-12. It looks like they're going to come off a good season. This will be the first good season they've had in a while. And they're coming off from the Pac-12, coming into the Big 12 on high peak. And all this does is pose a challenge for Utah. I discussed that game that they had. They played well and did well in that game. But it seems like out of the Pac-12, they have a number of good teams that are competing for the champion, Pac-12 champion. I can see Utah, Colorado, USC, even Cal looking good. So, the Pac-12, that's one thing I will say Kleofkoff did speak the truth about, that the Pac-12 was going to perform and they were going to have a good football season this year, and that is true. But now moving forward, I'm happy that those 4 schools are coming in to the Big 12. It looked like all 4 of them is going to prove to be good. Even Arizona was playing well, as well as Arizona State. So those 4 schools were solid. We look at this 4 schools came in to the Big 12. Cincinnati, they playing well. As I mentioned, they will be competing this year in year 1 for the Big 12 championship, along with Kansas State, along with BYU, even though they were a little sluggish. UCF is also going to be competing this year as well for a Big 12 title. They played well. Who else came in? BYU, UCF, Cincinnati. But let's talk about Houston. Houston, it didn't seem like that they have the motivation that they need. You're just coming into the Big 12. Yes, they are known for being very competitive, and they're a solid football program, but it didn't seem like they was enthusiastic yesterday playing against UT San Antonio. I was very surprised that they didn't run the numbers up. A lot of people were. It was very slow and sluggish. And usually when you play a game like that, you give the visitors or the opponents the opportunity to steal a game on the road. When you at home, you're supposed to play. I mean, you're supposed to run the numbers up. And with that being said, I would say that is due to the play calling. Some of the plays wasn't called correctly. I mean, you have all this time, all this field. I mean, why are you throwing shotgun plays, frequently when you can, whatever happened to the play routes and the cross routes and the curls and come on, the tee outs. I mean, I don't understand why you had all those long pass plays and they were unnecessary, and that just run the chances of the pass plays getting picked. You don't need to throw down the field every play. What happened to the short U of H? You guys need to pull out some short passing techniques and run the numbers up with short passes. I mean, there's a little speed, but it didn't seem like you guys were on the par. And then I know they're explosive in special teams. I would like to see more of that going on. And defenders, close them holes up. How is y'all letting these teams just run at ease? I mean, where's the zone defense? Also, let's stop going for the Hail Marys. I mean, that's just terrible. There's no need to throw Hail Marys every play. Where's the short pass plays out to the side? Where's your play action? I didn't see no play action. And then also, why would you, this is what I didn't understand. This is what was not good about the game. Why would you go for, on the fourth down, why would you go for it and you could have kicked the field goal? That made no sense. You went for it on the fourth down and you could have kicked the field goal. You were in field goal range. Never go for it on the fourth down when you could kick a field goal. That's the purpose of getting in field goal range. Basic principle, football 101. Do not go for it when you're in the field goal range. Now, I can understand if, the time is running out. That was a very risky play right there, and it cost, turnover on downs. You only go for it if you are at the goal line, or let's say you're losing and you need to score. But if you kick the field goal, the numbers would have been higher. Also, I didn't understand that if you are going to go for it, where's the play action? I didn't see no play action. Play action or a curl or tight end tee out or tee route, a cross route would have easily got the first down. Even a screen pass, a reverse, anything would have got those 1 to 2 yards that was needed. If you're gonna go for it, I mean, just mix it up. That's the other thing. There was no mixing. I didn't see no mixing up to keep the defense on their heels. I didn't see that. I mean, play calling for that game, and you cannot go into the Big 12. You cannot play the other opponents on the schedule with those same play calling. This is not. Come on now, Houston. Y'all can do better than that. And let's get it. Where's the motivation? I mean, the coaching. I don't know what to say, man. You guys might have to get another coach because, I mean, what's going on with the play calling? It didn't really make sense. And then you had the commentator laughing the whole game. Like, it was kind of like, I don't understand. If you notice, all the other teams who came into the Big 12 with Houston, they all blew their opponents out. We were expecting to see that in Houston. I mean, it didn't happen. But they'll have the Bucket Bayou Bowl game coming up next week against Rice. Let's see what happens. Come on with the play calling. Switch it up. Once again, I'm very surprised. West Virginia, they tried their best with Penn State. They couldn't really do much. They were kind of outgunned, outnumbered up there. West Virginia. And then if you look at Baylor, that was terrible. That was worse than the U of H game. We thought Baylor was I didn't really have them in my pick this season anyways. But to lose to Texas State at home, that's embarrassing. Baylor, you look like y'all going to have a tough year as well. But to say the least, I know Kansas, they did a good job, Kansas State. Also, Kansas State is competing for Big 12 championship. And once again, overall, the Big 12 did well. Some people was surprised. TCU had a tough opponent, so that was like that game doesn't really count. I mean, they played a good game. TCU played good. It's just the better team won out at the end by 3 points, one score. So it's not a big deal. It was a barn burner, and TCU is still in it to compete for the Big 12. But these other schools like Texas Tech, not so much. A lot of people rooting for them. Oklahoma State, also Baylor. I mean, I just don't see them doing anything this year. But most importantly, this rounds up week 1. We'll be going at it again in week 2. But yeah, Houston, come on now. We got to see more speed, more explosive offense, and then pick up the defense as well. I mean, you can pick if you ain't got offense, you got to have defense. And it seemed like the DBs were out there confused. Coaches, get your players. I mean, this is what the offseason for. You got to get your players motivated, believe in your players, and get them involved more so they can have the confidence to know that they can do it. But other than that, that's the roundup for a week 1 college football. And once again, thank you all for watching Global News. Until next time, have a great day. Global News. Global News. Global News Sports.